Mike.
Welcome back. Merry Christmas
Merry
Eve.
Christmas Eve. I know it's tonight. Santa will make his long journey from the North Pole.
And I'll be leading his sleigh. I'll be in the front.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yep. I have a busy night ahead. Gonna take a nap after this.
Some 5-hour energy to get through it all.
Get some rest. Yeah, we have a busy night ahead. Okay, guys.
Yeah. So for this episode, since we're right before the big day, and I sometimes feel like for me, like Christmas Eve is actually like as a kid
It's a bigger
especially,
deal.
it was like more because that's where all the excitement is. That's when when you're a kid, like Christmas Eve is like, it's the day. It's like the most exciting day in your life is
It really
Christmas
is.
Eve and the last day of school.
Yeah.
And the last day of school before Christmas break is also pretty exciting.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah.
But
Because usually the last day before Christmas break too, it's like a half day, so you're already not doing anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So fun.
Yeah, so we thought it would be kind of cool on the episode before, or the episode on Christmas Eve before Christmas Day, to kind of talk about our own Christmas traditions, the things that we remember growing up from Christmas, just
favorite
that kind
parts
of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Christmas season, which we kind of talked about, I guess, the Christmas season already. Not really super into like Christmas Eve. So one thing that I kind of want to start with is, because you were just talking about it, I had to stop him because he was about to say too much, and then we didn't have the mics on.
Yeah.
His sweater, my sweater, I have to keep adjusting it because it's really oversized, so it's making me look like I'm strong.
So that Christmas sweater that she's wearing, which is the Grinch, that's the I always refer to it as the Doctor Strange Grinch, but it's the one from the movie that Benedict Cumberbatch played the Grinch. That was made last year, and that was cricketed. So if you appreciate cricketing, a lot of cutting went into that. Yeah, turned out good. And this one, so we used to, and we haven't done this in a few years, and I would love to start doing it again. We used to every like Thanksgiving or around Thanksgiving, the weekend of Thanksgiving, we would make Christmas sweatshirts.
We would go to Walmart.
Yeah.
We would pick out our sweatshirts.
We'd get the
little puff paint.
fabric paints, yeah. And we would make sweatshirts, and we did them. The kids did them back then also as gifts for their grandparents, which was a very cool thing that we used to do that we don't really do anymore. But this is the last remnant of that tradition, and this was one I made for myself. Oh gosh, I mean, over 20 years ago. This is an over 20-year-old sweatshirt that has actually held up really well. So
it has.
Kudos to Walmart on the quality of the sweatshirt.
I was gonna say just the sweatshirt quality alone, like not even taking the paint aspect out of it.
Yeah. This has been washed. I mean, it's not, I didn't just make it and I've never washed it since.
Still has that 90s smell to it.
Yeah. Well, it smells like grunge. But yeah, you can see it's got the sparkle going on and all that. So
yeah. That's one of my faves.
That was and that's a tradition I'd like to start again. So we'll have to work on that for next year.
That was always really fun. That's what I did for Brandon's party.
There you go.
I made my own sweatshirt with that technique.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I made it a little more ugly, but yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, with things like the cricket today, you can do so much more than back then. It was like unless you were into screen printing. But yeah, this style is nice. I like the puff paint.
And I think that 20 years later is gonna hold up a lot more than like this.
Yeah, we'll see. It depends on the quality of the stuff you buy for the cricket too, because like for example, not plot twist, spoiler alert, that's it. The mugs, the A&M podcast mugs were also done with cricket, but I did not use the level of vinyl that would stay on there through the wash, so we can never dishwasher those.
Yeah.
So
that's okay. You can't put a Stanley in the wash either.
Yeah. Also want to point out, drinking some peppermint mocha.
I have a gingerbread coffee.
Oh, that
today.
gingerbread coffee is good. Is that the Nespresso gingerbread coffee or the?
Oh, no, I didn't know you had an
Oh yeah,
Nespresso
yeah.
one.
We got Nespresso ones.
I
And
gotta get
they're really
Nespresso
good.
pods again. I never.
You
I
know
feel
what?
like
Your
they charge
best.
too much.
Well,
It's like $10 for like 8 of them at the store, and
but
I
yeah,
love
don't buy them
drinking
at the store.
coffee.
Buy them online because it's a better deal. They always have
On
discounts. And
Amazon, or you're talking
no,
about on their
on
website?
Nespresso. We always buy it on Nespresso, and we'll spend like 40 or $50 on
That's
the
not
coffee,
bad
but
though.
we'll buy a bunch of it. Like that'll be for a bunch
Yeah.
of it, and they get it to you like so quick. It's like Amazon quick. It's like 2 days maybe. We'll get it all. So
I only buy the pods when I'm like, I'm feeling splurgy, but then
the
I'll go through it in like less than a week,
yeah.
and
Well, the thing to me about the Nespresso coffees, I like that as like a special coffee. Like
like a dessert
it's like
coffee.
yeah, dessert coffee. Like okay, it's the evening, and I want a nice good coffee because those are like the quality of that coffee. I don't know
Way better.
if it's the coffee itself or it's
Yeah.
the brewer and the way that it brews it because it brews it differently.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, and
It's like
and
less water that goes into it, or I mean, I
yeah.
think it's a
Oh
little
well,
bit of both.
it's also high pressure. That's why when it comes
Hmm.
out of there, it's got that like foam on top. It's not like
Right.
actually frothing it or anything. It's actually because
Like
it's
a
under
real
such high pressure.
espresso machine.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah.
it drips
So
more
and that's my favorite holiday tradition is espresso.
than. No, I used to love doing the sweatshirts. That's one of my favorite childhood ones. But you know what I also loved doing back in the day when we were younger, and great Grammy used to have that it
Yep.
was like a Christmas Eve party. So um I think we would go to church,
Mhm.
and then we would
Yeah, we go to
go.
like the earlier Christmas Eve mass that they
Yeah.
had for like the kids.
Um so we used to go to church,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah, and
we
they did like an earlier mass that was like the kids
oh yeah,
Christmas
that's
Eve
right.
mass
That's
versus
right.
like midnight mass,
So
which
it
was at
also was
midnight.
no, I'm not gonna say that. I was
What?
gonna say it was also less boring, but it was like less serious. I'll say not boring.
Well, it was also more.
It was more
There was a
upbeat.
lot more music,
more
that
fun.
kind of. I always loved those masses,
Yeah.
just because it was like you're saying, it was so they'd have candlelight. It was just those
When
were
you go
always nice
later, it's
masses.
just a
Yeah.
little too serious.
Oh, the actual midnight mass. I feel like the midnight mass is that way too. Though they have like the choir and all that.
Um, but yeah, so we would go to that, and then we would go to Great Grammy's house, because she
Yeah.
always had that big party, and that was
Oh yeah,
always
the
fun.
I think that was because it's the dinner of the seven fishes or something like that people do. I
Oh.
don't know that theirs was exactly that.
Oh my
Theirs wasn't
gosh, there was
exactly
so
that, but
much
it was like I think they
food.
called it the Valia.
That's something that I look back on, and I'm like, man, that's something that
Yeah.
I was a little kid then, but there's things like that go on that then later on don't go on anymore, and you're like,
Yeah,
ah,
you
man, I
miss
wish
it.
I was like
Yeah,
the
and
age I am now, able to go to something like that.
yeah, and it's kind of sad because they don't even do it to that extent anymore. Like some of them will
Yeah.
still get because just side note, her mom's family is a really big family. They're like 8 brothers and sisters. Her I guess it would be your grandparents. They're 8 brothers and sisters, so everybody would be there, and so that was I always thought that was nice for somebody who that wasn't like my family's tradition. I always loved that tradition though. I thought
Yeah.
that was great because it was just everybody getting together, having food. It was just, and then they would do the wafers where everybody would
Oh,
break
yeah,
off a
yeah,
piece
yeah.
and you'd say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year with the blessed wafers. That was also a nice part of that.
I love a good Christmas party. I love a good Christmas party in general, but I really love a good like Christmas. There's just something different about a Christmas party, just even like the weekend before or whatever, versus a Christmas party on New Year's Eve, like with all your family, all your
Mm-hmm.
friends. I think there's just something so fun about that, you know, because I feel like Christmas Day, it's more about, you know, morning and daytime.
Yeah, yeah,
But Christmas Eve, there's just something so fun.
yeah. See, my Christmas Eves that I remember when I was a kid
Hmm.
were always much more low key. It was it would just be, because where I grew up, I had two sisters, one brother, um, and obviously my parents, and and it would just be like the four of us, and we'd kind of have just a quiet evening, maybe have a Christmas movie on. We'd have like, kind
I
of
like
some
that
special
too.
snacks around, like a
Yeah.
cheese log and crackers or something like that,
Yeah.
and just really low key. We'd maybe do midnight mass or something like that, and it was always something like. And then of course as a kid, when I was younger, the goal was always to get to bed as early as you possibly could. Like I would
Yeah.
go to bed. I would try to go to bed at like 6:30 because it was
If I'm
dark.
not asleep, Santa's not gonna
Yeah.
come.
Well, not only that, but I thought, okay, I'll go in, I'll fall asleep. It'll be Christmas morning.
Yeah,
Like,
that's always
you fall
yeah.
asleep and you wake up. There is nothing in between. And that never worked because it would always be like, okay, it's 6:30, it's 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed, and then at 9:15 you'd wake up because you weren't tired when you went to bed, or you wouldn't be able to get to sleep at all because you're too excited about Christmas.
No,
And
that sounds like a fun Christmas Eve too. Just like the nice, yeah, like make a little
Christmas
night out of
music
it
playing in the background,
of a
that whole thing.
Christmas movie with snacks and stuff. That's
Yeah,
also fun.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, I like both.
It was. I think some of it too is like because you're a kid at the time, and Christmas as a kid is so magical.
Yeah.
Like whatever the tradition was or is, it takes on its own meaning to you, because
Sweatshirt makes me look so strong.
I know.
I keep looking at myself and I'm like,
Yeah.
besides that, I'm blending in with the background. So
Yeah,
I didn't
you
show
are.
up here with a Christmas sweater
Yeah,
on.
she forgot the assignment. I took points off. She will lose some points on this grade.
So I had to borrow from the bin, and
That was the one that
I didn't have as many options.
yeah.
But I don't know where all my Christmas sweaters are.
So you stole your brother's sweatshirt to wear?
Yeah,
And
I stole
I
the
stole his
sweatshirt.
hat. This is his hat.
Oh, that's his hat?
Yeah, this is his hat.
I noticed just a
Yeah.
little bit ago that you actually have Santa on the hat.
Yeah,
That's
he's
such
up there.
an
This
interesting
is a Santa hat that has Santa on the hat.
wearing a hat.
Yeah.
He's
wearing
wearing the hat.
wearing a Santa hat. It's like an infinity mirror.
You're wearing
if an
Santa
infinity
wearing
mirror
a
was a
hat.
hat, this was what it would look like.
Yeah, that's funny. What else? I mean, I think starting a tradition like that is fun, but I don't know which one I would even want to start on.
Yeah.
Like a Christmas movie night the night before or
Yeah.
a
I think
party.
the-
I think
the
a party's
problem-
just so fun though.
Yeah, I think the problem today is, like, for our family, especially, like, your brothers and their families, they have like their own traditions that
Yeah,
include
exactly.
doing things on Christmas Eve.
Exactly.
So it would be really hard to like do something like that now.
Yeah.
So because I would love to kind of restart that tradition.
Uh-huh.
That your great Grammy's house
Oh,
that they used
for
to do, because
sure.
that would
be
be
so
great.
fun.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
but I also don't want to be like, and then you have to come over on Christmas Day,
Yeah.
because part of it too for
No,
the
true. We
for
do
the
it mostly
for
on
the
Christmas.
yeah, for all the grandkids, like that was when they saw
Yeah.
the grandparents. So,
No, yeah, that's true. That's true as well.
yeah.
I think like we never really did anything on Christmas Eve besides that, obviously, because
Yeah.
with that it was a little different because it was us going to
Right.
someone else's party and then we would have our own thing on Christmas.
Right. Yeah,
but
and
we
then-
like spending time more with each other
Yeah.
on Christmas.
And then like on Christmas Day, back then when you were little, we would like open presents at home.
Yeah.
And then, when you guys were all littler anyway, we lived, a mile away from both of your grandparents. So we'd go to one grandparent's house and open presents and eat. And then we'd go to the other grandparent's house and open presents and eat. So
Yeah.
that was always a lot of fun. And then once we moved down here, we didn't really, have anybody to go do that with. So it was just kind of, just all of us, which was awesome. And again, that was more like what I grew up with, because like the rest of our family, our extended family, I would say, were like, an hour and a half away. So we didn't really go see them, on the holiday. We would maybe see them before. In fact, one of the things I remember too was my grandmother, your Nana's mother,
Mhm.
would always give us, the four of us, like cash for Christmas. She would give it to us before Christmas, so then we would all use that money and we'd go out and buy Christmas presents with it. So
Oh.
that was always kind of a neat thing that we did. And I remember one year when your Uncle Jimmy and I were both a little older. I was probably in high school, and he was like out of high school at that point. He was working. We did we did a little prank, I guess you could call it, where we went and bought just like small gifts for everybody. The two of us kind of got together and bought small gifts, and we wrapped them in like shiny, like chrome shiny wrapping paper. You know, the almost looked like glass
Like
or metal.
weird, yeah.
Yeah, the kind of stuff that Santa uses at the North Pole.
Aluminum foil.
Yeah, exactly. Colored aluminum foil. And we put them right next to the fireplace because they had a fireplace, you know that, at your Nana's house back then. And so we set them right there where all the other presents were under the tree to be like, oh, look, Santa dropped presents here.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a neat little, I say prank, but it was, like a little trick we pulled, like, ooh, where'd these come from?
There was also always a thrill of like, when you get like gift cards, like getting a gift card, because obviously when you're little, you don't have school that whole week, so you have definitely nothing going on the day after Christmas, and there was nothing better than getting your gift cards from Christmas, and then the immediate next day going to the mall and like spending it.
Oh yeah, so it's like Christmas
best.
continues on and on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Christmas. But, there is that part of Christmas. That's why I think I've talked about it in past episodes of, my favorite part of just Christmas and this whole season in general, which, by the way, I feel like it flew by.
Yeah, I agree.
But my favorite part about this whole just time
This
of
whole
year
crazy holiday season.
is the actual season.
Mhm.
Like, it is the Thanksgiving. It is the whole time really between Thanksgiving and Christmas, because that's just the more fun of it. Once Christmas comes, it's like once Christmas night hits, it's just, I mean, I guess you still have technically New Year's and stuff, so people are still off and having get-togethers and stuff, but I feel like for sure once Christmas night comes, it's just kind of like,
it's very like
all that for what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when Christmas night comes and you're like looking at the tree going, should I take it down tomorrow?
Yeah.
Should I?
I'll take you down soon.
No, you're not. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's like there's those couple of weeks. You put it like perfectly between Christmas or between Thanksgiving and Christmas. The build up, where it's really
Everyone's in a different kind of mood. There's just a lot of things going on every weekend. Like I feel like I've pretty much had things going on every weekend the last few weekends.
Yeah, I feel like I've had something going on every weekend since 2006. That's just me.
You live a different life than me. Even that's funny.
No, we it's funny though. We went down to Epcot a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. I think it was like last weekend.
I think it was my birthday weekend.
Was it?
Right? Because I went to Disney Springs.
We went on Friday because I was so maybe it was your.
Oh, but I went to Disney Springs Saturday.
Yeah, that's right. And that's one thing, like when you live here where we do, that you can go see those kind of things. And we've been to Magic Kingdom too, since with the Christmas stuff all up, and that is like really like just magical.
Yeah. And there's like tree lightings and stuff going on everywhere too. Like like the thing we went to with Oliver.
Yeah, they had.
That was really cool. They had it all decorated. I went to Crane's Roost the other night.
Oh yeah, how's that?
Crane's Roost is pretty. That's nice. I went last night actually. It was really nice outside too.
Yeah, I want to go to.
It's the same thing every year.
Lake Concord. Yeah, but it's still pretty.
Yeah.
Like one of the things, and we've done this. Gosh, I was gonna say the last few years, but we've done more than that. Christmas Eve, just driving around looking at Christmas lights.
Yeah.
The thing the struggle I
want to do that with
now,
you
though.
Because you don't pay for gas.
Yeah, exactly.
You can drive everywhere.
Yeah, but the struggle now is not so many. At least from what I've seen, not so many people decorated this year. We went through the one area, the one part of Altamont where you're cutting over to go to the mall, And there were some houses back that way that were decorated, and the ones that were decorated looked really nice, but there weren't that many. Like it was, there were few and far between. The ones that were done beautifully, but there were so many that weren't done at all, and I'm like, that makes me sad. That's like I guess you got to find the right places where people, the right neighborhoods where people are really into it, where they're, like Christmas with the Cranks, where the whole neighborhood guilts everyone into decorating.
I was thinking a really cool place to go walk around. I was actually talking about it the other night. Somewhere cool to walk around would be like the neighborhoods around Winter Park. Maybe.
Oh yeah, I bet you a lot of those are.
Because those are like the rich people's houses, so like they just pay
cocoa
people to.
Or a peppermint mocha down at Starbucks there.
I know, that's what I had when I was walking around Crane's Roost, and I was like, I said at one point, like, I don't know, I kind of feel embarrassed a little bit, like walking around here, looking at the lights, nice little Starbucks, like.
Yeah. Well, you're enjoying life.
Like,
Who's gonna hate on you? But I was also reading some things about like some odd Christmas traditions, like one of them that we do, which I think is a German tradition.
We do it, but not seriously.
Yeah, no, but it comes from a German tradition. Is the pickle?
Yeah, you just put it on your tree. You don't do it where like.
Well, no, we have.
Isn't it supposed to be
it's
like?
It's supposed to be whoever finds it gets to open the first present. We've done that. Yeah, we've done that.
Okay. No. Yeah, I thought it was like we win a prize or like $100 or something.
No.
You should implement that.
Should we? We've done some kind of cool games a couple of years that involved cash. Games. But I don't think we're doing that this year.
I didn't win anything that year though.
No,
that had me real salty.
Yeah, see, that's why because it's like if like somebody wins a bunch of it and then somebody gets nothing, they end up leaving feeling bad, and I don't want that. I don't want people feeling bad. We should have next time I would do something like that. I would do consolation prizes. So like, oh, you got nothing. Okay, here's
I've seen cool games on Instagram where people like there was one where they had it was like a table like this maybe, and they had pieces of tape lined up probably every, I don't know, like 5 inches or something, and you had to roll a roll of toilet paper, and they had bows in between each thing of tape, and whatever the toilet paper landed on, you pick up that colored bow and it's associated to a box, and then
you get whatever.
Yeah,
I remember the one we did. It was like some of the things had like just a couple of Hershey Kisses,
like a mini yo-yo.
Some of them had mini yo-yo. Some of them had cash.
How do I know that? Because I got the mini yo-yo.
So you did win something.
I got a mini yo-yo and like a kazoo.
Wow.
And then everyone else got like cash, gift cards,
lottery tickets. I think there was some lottery tickets.
I got a lottery ticket, but I lost the lottery ticket.
Well, see, again, that's just. I can't be held responsible for your bad luck.
You know what? I have a question for you. If you won a lottery ticket, if I gave you a lottery ticket for Christmas,
right,
and you won like, I don't know, like 100,000 on it, would you give some of that earning to me, like some of your winnings?
I think I'd buy you a gift.
But you don't feel like obligated if somebody.
I mean, if it was like $1 million winner, then I'd say, you know what, I'm going to give you.
Let's say I'm not
a percentage of it. But if it was like, if it was like a $500 winner, I'd be like, oh, you know what, I'll go buy you one of these lottery tickets. Maybe you'll win too. Something like.
If you won $500, you would just give me another lottery ticket.
No, I'd like get you.
I guess
get you a gift.
I guess 100 out of your 500, like that's a lot. That's a lot just because I bought you it.
Yeah.
But would you only do that because I'm your daughter? Like if I was a coworker of yours?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't like thinking about hypothetical situations that I hope never occur.
If a coworker of
honestly, I'm uncomfortable when coworkers buy me gifts.
Oh yeah. Even if it's something like here's a Christmas card and a lottery ticket.
Yeah, well, because the thing is, especially like when you first start working in a place and you don't know what people do there, you don't know if they exchange gifts or that. That I remember, like there was one place, I don't remember where it was that I worked at the first year, like people were giving each other gifts and I didn't know that they did that, and so I was like, I was like the Grinch where they're handing the gifts around and it gets to him and he didn't have a gift to give to the person. That's how I felt. I was like,
did anyone get you anything?
Well, yeah, I don't remember. Maybe it was my boss or something had
Oh,
given
that's
me one, and
different.
I
That's
didn't,
different.
that kind of thing. But
Huh.
yeah, so I try to avoid that situation.
Actually, they did something. I work remote, so like I never see my coworkers in person, but they sent out a thing this year, and it was like, it was basically like a not white elephant. What is it? Secret Santa.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, hey, if anybody wants to do Secret Santa, like basically for my whole team.
Hmm.
And it was a thing of if anyone wants to do Secret Santa, go to this website, sign up, and then it like assigns you a person. And the website that
Did
it
you
does
have
it,
to like ship it to them and
yeah, you
everything?
have to ship it to them
Wow,
because the person
that's a
that
lot.
I know it is. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. But honestly, no, I meant to. But again, like the weeks just went by so fast
Yep.
that the next thing I knew, it was popping up like, hey, just so you know, ship your gift out by this
Yeah.
date. But the website that it gives, it's like it asks you questions like favorite color, favorite hobby.
That's
like,
kind of neat. So the person knows.
so if I
And
get
then
you, I
do they
actually
use
know,
AI to recommend gifts for the person?
I don't know. I don't know all that. Maybe.
If they don't do that and they're going to implement it because they heard this, I will sue you.
But I think that's like I think the limit it was $20 or $30, something
Yeah.
small but big
Yeah, those
enough
kind
that
of.
you can.
I remember the one place I worked at, they did like a white elephant, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun
Yeah.
because, like I think I got like a little battery powered screwdriver or something. I ended up getting,
Oh, that's
and the
cool.
whole time I'm sitting there with it, because I really liked it when
Yeah.
when it was mine. I was like, I hope nobody steals this from me now, and luckily I made it through it with it.
Because with White Elephant, I was arguing with Brandon about this. Because for his White Elephant, he was like, well, no, you don't open the gift. Like, you just steal from people, but you don't open the gift. And I told him, no, you definitely have to open that's
Yeah,
the whole
because they
point
can
of it.
choose. I want to take that gift, or I want to go get something else.
I'm not going to say, oh, looks like my dad over there
It's
has a box
basically
of
what's
sneakers.
the
I'm going to
game
steal
show?
that. And
Yeah.
it's like, not a box
It's
of sneakers.
It's basically let's make a deal.
Yeah.
You can either keep this gift or you can take what's behind curtain.
Yeah.
It's the
Like,
same
I
thing.
have to open my gift to show you.
Yeah, so you know what you're picking. I agree.
Yeah.
Now maybe he'll go by different rules, and if our rules are skewed, but that's how we did the one at work.
That's how I've always done it too.
Yeah.
Because then now I know if I want to steal yours or if I want to take
or if
the
you wanna
lottery.
take it, yeah.
I don't think you can open yours. I think what it is like, I think if I'm picking.
Here's the way I've seen it is I can either say I want to take a box off the table blindly, or I can take somebody else's that they already opened.
Yeah.
I can't open mine and then say, no, I don't want this, I want theirs.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And if I take
see,
yours,
yeah,
because I liked yours better, then you get to go pick another one.
And I think each present can only be stolen twice.
Right, that's true.
That's what it was too.
That's true too.
That it can only be stolen.
So if
twice.
there's like one really good gift,
yeah, you want to be second to pick that.
Yeah, you want to be second to pick it because if you're first,
that's right. Oh, I love what a thrill.
Yeah. It feels like gambling in a way. I don't know why. It feels a little bit like
it
gambling.
gets me stressed out. But like you said, if you're in a position like you where you have something you really want,
yeah,
you're sitting there like this, like trying to hold it.
Yeah,
on
when
your
people
lap.
are looking around, you go.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd mine? It was here. I don't know what I did with it.
Yeah.
Somebody already stole it.
Someone stole. I don't know who has it. I don't know. I don't have any present now, actually.
I didn't go yet. But there's some other weird ones like the pickle thing. A Yule goat has been a Swedish Christmas symbol dating back to ancient pagan festivals. So many of these Christmas.
What
things
is
come from
Yule?
pagan.
I know Yule log, but like, what is Yule?
I don't know what
that they're
Yule
using
means,
it with a goat.
But however, in 1966, the tradition got a whole new life after someone came up with the idea to make a giant straw goat, now referred to as the Gavli goat, according to official. The goat is more than 42 feet high and 23 feet wide. So yeah, a Yule goat. I know the Yule log.
Do they light them on fire?
I think it comes from the festival. There was a Yule festival, and I don't know.
Really?
It's Swedish, so it's probably a word in Swedish. But there was a Yule festival that they would do. We talked about this before, where they would go out and they'd get the biggest like log they could find in
Oh
the woods,
yeah.
and they'd burn it, and they'd keep eating and drinking until the log burned out. So I think I would like at some point during it, like when no one was paying attention, I'd replace the log just to keep it going.
Yeah, right.
So
In a festival like that, they got people. They gotta have somebody monitoring that. That's someone's whole job.
yeah,
Building a goat that large with just straw kind of sounds like a waste of time. Like you don't have anything else to do during the holidays.
yeah, yeah. That's true.
Get a hobby.
Yeah.
That is their hobby.
But now a Yule log is just like the fireplace, It's the YouTube video that you put on Christmas Eve. That's just the fireplace. If you don't have a fireplace.
The other night, I was watching a YouTube video before bed, and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up to literally like, how sometimes YouTube just keeps playing through. It was a Yule log on the TV.
Oh,
I just woke up to like hearing the crackling fire.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what is that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Yule log.
Yeah, that's funny. So another one, similar to the 12 Days of Christmas in the U.S., Iceland celebrates 13. Each night before Christmas, Icelandic children are visited by 13 Yule lads. See, it's Yule again.
Yeah.
After placing their shoes by the window, the little ones will head upstairs to bed. In the morning, they'll either receive candy if they're good, or be greeted with shoes full of rotten potatoes if they're bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
I can't think of anything worse.
Also, if you knew you were bad, though, why would you put the shoes there? Like,
yeah, you're like, maybe.
I wonder where the whole coal.
Oh
stuff
yeah,
came
okay.
from.
Yule is a winter festival.
Yeah.
Historically observed by the Germanic peoples that was incorporated into Christmas during the Christianization. Oh, so the German people, by the way, not the Swedish people.
Ah, see.
Yule is
So it's
German.
There we
Hence the Yule pickle.
Is it a Yule pickle?
I don't know if it's a Yule pickle.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like.
How about this one? On Christmas morning, Finnish families traditionally eat porridge made of rice and milk, topped with cinnamon, which sounds delicious,
Rice
by the
pudding.
way.
It's rice
Milk
pudding.
or butter, yeah. Whoever finds the almond placed inside one of the puddings wins, but some families cheat and hide a few almonds so the kids don't get upset.
What do they win?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
They win.
So that sounds like a delicious.
It does.
We do for
That sounds like a delicious
for
way
Christmas. The last couple of years, anyway, we do like a whole breakfast spread, breakfast casserole. One year we did homemade cinnamon buns.
Oh yeah.
That like sat in the fridge overnight raising, and
Oh,
they were
love
the real
cinnamon
deal.
rolls.
Yeah, they were
I
the real
always
deal.
want to make some, but anytime, like I'm a baker, I'm a cooker, I'm all that, but when I don't know for some reason, anytime I see a recipe pull out the yeast, I scroll.
Yeah, you're
I don't
like,
know why.
no,
it
I don't
just-
have time for it.
Yeah.
And you know what though? I saw
It
one.
intimidates me.
What the hell? It was like the bread where it's like twisted, where it's like they twist the two things together.
Yeah.
And I saw one for that, and it looked super easy
Yeah,
because
it
they
always
just did
does.
everything. They just did everything in like a Ziploc bag.
Oh
So they
yeah.
put the flour and the hot water in, and then they put the yeast and the hot water in the bag. Then they added the flour. Then they closed the bag, and they just kind of, loosely kneaded it through the bag, and then they just set it aside for it to raise, and then they took it out and made the bread with it. So
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
Yeast makes me nervous.
yeah, I know what you mean though. It's like no, I don't need that. I'll just go buy some bread.
It's like the thing of I hate when a recipe says something about like, oh, just an easy recipe, and then they start chopping an onion. Or,
Yeah.
"Oh, here's a quick little
Yeah,
a quick
yeah.
weeknight
Yeah.
recipe, and
Yeah.
then they start chopping an onion.
yeah, yeah, and it's not.
You're like,
it's not what they
okay,
claim.
looks like we're about to saute something.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't planning on getting out the knives. I was hoping I could do this just with a spoon. So
Oh, that's funny. Is that all that was on your list?
there-
Oh wait,
there-
wasn't there? I thought there was like a really weird one that you told me about the other day.
yeah, I couldn't find that list anymore. I know. I should have saved it, but I didn't.
There was some
save it.
weird ones, like
There were some. Well, there's the whole thing, the whole Krampus thing.
oh, that's right.
Krampus, yeah, the Krampus tradition, which is like
Mhm.
what is it? He steals like the bad children. Like it's not
He's like
just coal.
anti-Santa.
Yeah, it's not just coal in your stocking. Like he'll come on Christmas Eve and steal the bad children.
Literally, steal the
so
bad children.
That's
or their gifts.
No, he'll steal them.
Oh
yeah, it's not the gifts.
He said, "Let me just remove this problem for you
yes.
entirely."
Yes. Yeah, it's frightening. Actually.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think there was actually a like a horror movie made about Krampus too. It was that that whole thing. Yeah, so
I've only heard little things about it. Maybe I'll do a deep dive in.
Yeah. Well, also watch Red One because he's featured in.
I know I have to.
And he actually he well, I won't give it away. But yeah.
What was that on again?
It's on Prime, Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
Watch
Maybe I'll watch that tonight.
Yeah, watch it.
If it's unless it's scary.
Watch it, Chris. It's not scary. No, it's like an action movie. It's like an action movie. It's The Rock, so it's an action movie. It's an action / comedy, I would say, with a Christmas theme behind it.
Yeah, well.
That's my movie recommendation for Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we already talked about my movie recommendation. See, look, this sweatshirt, then it like puffs out. Not a vibe. Anyways, guys.
Mary? What?
Oh, never mind. I'll save that for.
Are we gonna? Do you want to sing?
Oh, yeah, we can sing if you want.
Hold on.
I'm just getting over being sick. So, man, y'all, let me just say this real quick. So, like, I don't know if anything's going around. I actually have heard other people have been sick though.
Yeah.
But
I was starting to feel sick, and I took Zicam, and it fought it. Zicam is it's supposed to shorten the cold,
but
really? it's mostly zinc. I think it's very heavy in zinc, and you take it like every 3 hours. When you start feeling like, I might be getting something. Yeah, when you start feeling like, I might be getting something, you take Zicam then. And this podcast is not, by the way, sponsored by Zicam.
But it could be.
Zicam, call me. But you take it like every 2 to 3 hours, and it works. It works. I've had a couple times where I was like starting to feel that way, and I took it and nothing.
Man, it hit me. It hit me pretty hard. And even now, like I don't feel as awful, but like you know when like I'm not usually the kind of person that like I'll want to take a nap during the day, but like I never actually take a nap during the day because by the time I finish working, I just have too many other things like running through my head.
Falling over on your keyboard.
But, when I'm sick, I feel like it was at a point like all day on the weekend.
Yeah.
I was sleeping the whole day.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Like normally I just can't do that. I just have other things that I'm trying to do, but
yeah. So don't get sick for Christmas.
Don't get sick, y'all.
Don't get sick.
Well, now I'm better by Christmas.
That's our two things watch Red One on Amazon Prime, take Zicam, and don't get sick.
Zicam. Oh, and so our next episode, by the way, our game time, since it is coming, the year is coming to an end.
It's winding down.
We're gonna be having our best of.
Yeah.
You're gonna want to stay tuned to that.
Yeah. Don't miss it. It's very short. There wasn't much good. No, I'm kidding. That's gonna be a fun one.
The best of. We've been talking about it for a while. We've been hyping it up for a while now. But
because we believe it or not, so this I think is episode 26.
I haven't been keeping track.
Episode 20, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna in January start season 2.
Oh, okay.
So this was season 1. So get excited for what might happen in season 2 because
what does
never
that mean?
know.
How many will we end on? Like 20?
It'll be like 27, I think. Because if this is 26 and this is Christmas Eve, and then that one, maybe
our next one
we might have 28. We might have 28 because we'll have a New Year's Eve one, where we'll wear funny hats and we'll drink. No,
that would be.
We
fun.
might have some champagne. Maybe
have you ever seen?
Some champagne.
Oh, we could have champagne. Yeah. Have you ever seen like those videos on YouTube where people do like instead of like truth or dare, it's like truth or drink. So you ask the questions and then they'll say no. And then
no. That's no.
I'm an open book. I have nothing to hide, so I wouldn't be taking any sips.
Yes, that would be no fun. So why do that? We still do have to do like a rum tasting though, or something like that. One of these. That'll be in season 2.
I feel like we should have the boys in that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
in season 2
we'll, about to get wild.
In season 2 we'll feature some guests.
Oh yeah.
I want some famous people though, like not people we just know. I want some famous people. I want to try to get like Donald Trump. I don't know. If he's watching this, call
If
me.
any famous people are watching
Yeah,
and they want
that's
to be
right.
on the A&M podcast,
That would be wild. That would be wild.
come to our dining room.
Yeah, that's right. Come sit at the table. Um, but if you've watched up until now, thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And we will see you post Christmas
Bye.
for the best of.